I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest.
Time action, run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Lights came prime time action, run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Chargers. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They started on the ground with Eckler, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. This defense for the Jags, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Donald Parham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Lawrence now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams. A give, Eckler running to the right. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Chargers at 2-0 here to begin the season. Off to exactly the start you're hoping for. Nothing for the fan base to complain about, at least not yet.
I like the way that you phrased that. Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a long ways to go. But they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way if they stay in that mode throughout the season.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
13-yard line.
Come on, set. Hey, stand on.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense humming here in the early going.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. He completes it to Jones. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
As a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On the double.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jaguars 7, Chargers 0.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Lawrence completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 19. A gain there of 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Draw play, Etienne. Able to slither by and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Here's Lawrence. Flush to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
Lawrence. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we are tied at 7.
Justin Hopkins to kick off
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize. Put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Straight ahead, ETN. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Davis. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. But I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well,
that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Carter. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That third down conversion good for 23. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Play action. It's Herbert. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Josh Allen in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
Josh Allen accumulates 7.5 sacks last season to lead Jacksonville and their rebuilding defense. Not quite the Pro Bowl season he had as a rookie. They expect him to continue to blossom and is a future All-Pro.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
7 yards there and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
58 sacks and 4 Pro Bowls is a heck of a start for anyone's career. And that's exactly what Joey Bosa has done in his first 6 seasons in the NFL. He came into this league NFL ready and has only gotten better since.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lawrence. Under pressure, they got him again. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting him there to get him to the ground.
Khalil Mack had just 6 sacks in 7 games in 2021 due to a foot injury. Now he's in Los Angeles with the Chargers, and they believe they have themselves the best 1-2 combo in football, with he and Joey Bosa coming off the edge.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. ETN up the middle. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Here's Logan Cook now, standing just outside his own goal line. On the return is Cohen. So call that a 56-yard punt with a return of about 11. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punt, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a punt, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Makes the score for the Chargers 21.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll look to ETN to start things out. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They go play action now. Lawrence steps away. And this one too low.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 2nd and 15 now. Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run with ETN. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
It's a gain of 10.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Lawrence will throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Lawrence. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And now here's another interception. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, it will make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Lawrence to Jones for the Jacksonville first down. A handoff for Etienne. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Lawrence. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Play action. It's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Running on first down, Eckler. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is a counter play. Eckler. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll run for it with Eckler. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Once more, here's Eckler. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it.
And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. We made 1 more play. Could have had our shutout.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey,
yeah. So that style not for you, but it's for me.
Greenfield's finest. Boss.
Yeah.
DJ Drama.
Never let a wishbone grow, we're back on should. Belly been tell you the dash on wood. 10 payments, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Shot through the lot of the starstruck. Hop in the ride and we took in the truck, up in the truck, and they all. They might say what's up when they see me around the city, but really no reason to talk much. Dinner and nice guy, but no nice guys here. I'm toe tagging, no bill, bow bagging, y'all coming up short. Take a recess. This a heat check. Yeah. Shorty let me quick as a clear with a pre-check. It's lifestyle not for you, but it's for me. Seen it myself for years. The vision is mine alone. Just me, myself, no peers. Yeah. I don't know who hyping them boys. I'm done giving life for the noise. I give you my life in the source. I don't even write anymore. Yeah. Get it and drove like it's whipping a stove. That